Hello everyone, my name's Andy and I am from the YouTube channel known as IndieAndy, and today I'm going to tell you a story known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Cut! Okay. Andy, buddy, you know I like you. You're a really cool guy. But over-exaggerating or underplaying your acting to the point where even the dumbest of viewers can figure out that guy has a disability is not rocket science!
Oh, good lord. Why are we doing this again, Stephen?
Because that's where the money's at, Andy. The media has been doing it for years. The producers have their actors play out their role in a way that seems so socially awkward to the point where anyone with a working brain cell can not only figure out that person has a disability, but also feel sympathetic for them as well and invite other people to come watch this movie. Producers have made millions of dollars off this practice. Who cares if it's accurate to real life, as long as we're getting the big bucks out of it? Now come on, we're gonna do this scene again. Sell it to me this time!
Alright, Stephen, fine. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
You're gonna go far in this business. Hello everyone, I'm Steven from Tostemac, and today I'm joined by a fellow autistic vlogger and a fellow YouTuber, Andy, from the YouTube channel IndieAndy.
As you may have already guessed, guys, today me and Stephen are going to be talking about how autism is portrayed in the media, particularly film, and how it affects the image of autism as well as our community. As Stephen has already mentioned, it is the practice where the actor over-exaggerates their role so that anyone and everyone can recognise that the character has a disability of some kind, with shows like Family Matters and movies like Forrest Gump, Rain Man, just to name a few.
They have become so popular over the years that whenever viewers see or hear anyone that may have autism or another similar disability, they automatically think of Forrest Gump, Rain Man, and even Steve Urkel. But unfortunately, it's for the wrong reasons, namely how they react to the individuals in question, whether the reaction be too sympathetic or at times too humorous. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I heard a certain line from Forrest Gump every single time I start running, no matter where I go.
Oh, do you mean the part where they say, "Run, Forrest, run"?
Don't you flipping dare!
Okay.
Right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled like that. It's just, I've heard that phrase way too many times, trust me. But let's get back to the topic at hand, shall we? You see, the problem with this practice is that it simplifies the disability in question way too much. Autism, along with other disabilities similar to autism, are a lot more complex than what they let on the big screen. And in my personal opinion, this practice doesn't treat the audience as thinking people, as they simplify it, making it plain as day without letting the viewers come to the conclusion themselves on whether or not, does this person have this disability or that disability? Or is that just how the person is in general? And the other problem with this is that this practice could potentially lead less educated viewers into thinking that the way that the actors portray the individual with disability is exactly how the individual with the disability would act in real life, which is not true at all. Like, in my opinion, it's a misrepresentation and it doesn't really show the best of what autistics can really do or individuals with other disabilities can possibly do. But I guess since the producers make millions of dollars off this practice anyway, I guess they can do whatever they want, huh?
Now hold on a minute, Stephen. You can't blame this completely on the media.
What? Why not?
Well, think back to the point in time where this trend originated from. The 90s. While it is true that in the 90s autism was a recognised diagnosis, it doesn't necessarily mean that back in the 90s we understood everything about it. Granted, even in 2017, we still don't know everything about autism. However, back in the 90s, there wasn't as much information about autism as there is now. So with very little information, the writers, directors, producers had little to no choice but to go with the information that they had at the time. So while the representations of the past may not hold as much merit nowadays, because we know a lot more about autism, there's a lot more autism awareness and acceptance, the way the characters were portrayed in the films served as a reflection of what they knew at the time. It's not completely accurate, these representations, but it's not entirely their fault either.
Yeah, you may have a point.
Also, in recent years, we've been starting to see more TV shows and more films that are portraying autism and other disabilities in a more positive light.
Oh, right! Like that movie about Temple Grandin and that new TV series called The Good Doctor with Sean Murphy.
Absolutely, Stephen, absolutely. And while the socially awkward factor is still at play here, we are beginning to see more and more of the strengths and special gifts that autistics and people with other disabilities have in the media. So in the end, the autism representation, be it now or in the past, isn't meant to insult the viewer's intelligence or to simplify an individual with a certain disability. In a way, it represents our understanding of that disability at the time. So, for example, take the James Bond films. James Bond's been going from the 1960s all the way to now. But each Bond in each film shows us a different style. So, for example, you have different fashion sense, the way people speak, and also the way that people at the time thought about other people, different other things. But also with each new film, the way thinking changes, the way fashion changes. As the times change and evolve throughout the years, so too does our way of thinking. And the visual media of movies and TV shows can act as a doorway to how certain topics were viewed at the time. And the same can be said about movies and TV shows about certain disabilities.
Huh. I never really thought of it that way before. And I think you bring up some very good points, Andy. I mean, who knows? Maybe this movie about Temple Grandin and the TV show The Good Doctor might well in fact become the new norms when it comes to autism and other disabilities on the big screen. Now, if only there was a way to further promote these shows and movies and whatnot.
Well, Stephen, there is one thing you can do.
Really? Well, how? What did you have in mind? Oh no. No. Andy, you are not having me do a discussion video for every single episode of The Good Doctor. Andy, I'm serious here. I mean, look at my face. Does this face look like the joking Steven to you? No, this is a serious face. This is serious, Steven. You think that just because he has autism and I have autism, that somehow I have some moral obligation to talk about it? Huh. Now that I talk about it, I do bring up a good point. All right, I'll do some discussion videos about each episode of The Good Doctor. But I'm only starting that next year, okay?
See? Was that so hard?
Oh, shush you. Anyway, it's time for me to end this vlog. So what do you think, viewers? Do you think that the way that the actors portray the characters in the movies are very similar to the actual disabilities? Or do you think it doesn't do the actual disabilities justice? Let us know in the comments down below. Let's start a conversation here. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest autism vlogs. Also, a special thank you to Andy from IndieAndy for coming over to talk about this with me.
No problem, Stephen. Absolutely no problem at all. And don't forget, guys, if you want to hear more autism stories or you want to know more about me as a person and my autism, be sure to come over to the IndieAndy channel. Stephen will leave a link down below. And also, when you come over, be sure to hit subscribe. It really helps me out. And also, you can stay up to date with the latest videos that I do as well.
So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And from all of us,
to all of you,
a very Merry Christmas.